Hey guys, Way here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be answering the one question that I've been asked so many times over the past couple of days, and that is whether or not you should keep or sell specific players. Now, of course, there isn't a golden rule that applies to every single player on Ultimate Team. It varies massively, dependent on the player, depends on their price, the type of player, whether it's a special card, a gold card, their league and their nation, and obviously there are different scenarios in which you guys may find yourself in. You may have spent money on the game, you may not have that much time to trade, for example. So I'm going to be trying to cover everything and help you guys out, hopefully, so that if you are confused and unsure whether or not you should sell a certain player or keep them, I'm going to try my best to answer that in this video. It may not apply to absolutely everyone because, of course, as I said, there isn't like a golden rule to this, but I'll try my best and hopefully I'll help you guys out. So leave a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I'm on EA Access right now on the transfer market, and I just want to quickly look at the market first of all and just briefly talk to you guys about the trends to look out for on the market, so you know what's going to happen generally with player prices across the next couple of weeks. I'm not talking about specific types of players, I'm talking about the market in general. So what you can expect to see today is the 20th. So obviously EA Access came out yesterday. A couple of dates to bear in mind. 27th is the global release for everyone, and the 23rd is the release for people who've got the Champion and Ultimate editions of the game. So those two dates there, you're going to see a little bit of a dip on the market because there's going to be an increased supply of cards onto the market with a lot of packs being opened. But after that, prices will rebound following both of those days because there's going to be an extra injection of coins into the market, and people are going to go and buy their starter teams with the coins they've got from having opened lots of packs. So between the 20th and the 22nd and early 23rd, you can expect player prices across the board to typically rise. You're then going to see a little bit of a dip on the 23rd, then they should rebound slightly, recover up until Friday, which is the full global release, then they'll dip down again, and then they will rise for the next 2 weeks or so. So basically, if you're sat on pretty much any player, they will be worth more in the future. So that's the main kind of thing to look out for. There are a few players this may not apply to, and I'm going to try my best to cover that in this video. I'm going to actually show you guys my club so you can see who I'm keeping and selling, and there's loads of players in my club, lots of different types of players, and I think this is probably the best way of helping you guys out. So we're going to start off with Paulo Dybala. I packed him, as you guys can see right here, first owner. He is very good this year, by the way, as you can see by his record. And I packed him. When I packed him yesterday, he was going for about 50,000 coins. I checked last night, he was 100k, and now he is going for a fairly similar price, like upper 90s to 100k. I expect this card is going to go to like 200k at his highest point over the next couple of weeks. So if you get a big card like this, definitely keep them. So this is Dybala. Let's say you've got Aguero, Aubameyang, maybe someone like Ramos or Varane, like Lewandowski. So many of those bigger players, the more high rated, expensive, elite players, if you have them, keep them because they're worth a lot less now than they will be in the future. People don't have as many coins as they will in a couple of weeks time when we start getting rivals and squad battle rewards and everything, and more people are going to be playing the game and getting coins from it. So with less coins, people can't pay those premium prices for these elite players, so they are a lot cheaper now. The same applies to someone like Thibaut Courtois. Again, that is one of those elite players. Another player that I packed, he's currently like 35k, but I could easily see him being like 50 or 60k in a week's time or so. So he's another player that I would definitely recommend keeping hold of if you were to pack him. The only scenario in which case I would sell one of these players is if you guys have literally no coins at all. I'm fortunate enough to have lots of coins on this account, lots of players, and that isn't an issue. I can trade, I can play the game. If you guys literally have like 500 coins or something, maybe you've just opened your starter packs on the web app or something like that, if you guys don't have EA Access, for example, and you've packed a Dybala, in that scenario there, I would sell him because that way you're going to hopefully be able to use the 100k or so you get from him over the next couple of days to be able to trade and make more coins. The one scenario that wouldn't apply to you though is if firstly you don't have time, maybe you're going to university like myself and you don't have time to trade that much. Obviously those coins aren't really going to be put to use. If you are selling a player, you want the coins that you're getting to be put to use. You want to be able to make more coins by trading. So if you're either bad at trading, not going to have the time to trade, or don't want to trade, then it's probably best to keep your player regardless of who they are, really, unless it's certain players which actually have a lot of value now and may drop in price, which I'll cover in a moment. Bernardo Silva is another example of a big player that I would definitely keep. He's like 30k right now. He's probably going to be a lot more. I imagine at least like 45 to 50k in a week's time or so. Sula, who is immense this year as well. I love this card. He's like 24k now. I reckon he'll be like 50k or so, maybe like 40 or 50k. Alan, same. This is like a 50k card. I got him for 30k yesterday. He has already risen, I believe, and that is, as I said, something that is happening. Like, you're seeing that general increase in price. Player prices were cheapest the day before yesterday. They were cheaper yesterday than they are now on the whole, and they're going to be more expensive tomorrow, and that trend will continue. So if you get these more kind of like, I wouldn't say Alan, I wouldn't put him in the same category as someone like Dybala. He's more of a meta card. One of those like 5 to 60k meta players. There are loads and loads of them which you'll see in my club and that you guys will know about. These types of players here will just keep rising up because they're the hugely in demand players for weekend league teams and for people building their star squads. So these types of cards here will just continue to rise. They will rocket up in price. In many cases they could still like go up by about 50 to 100%. So Alan is one of those. Carvajal's a player I bought for my team. He's kind of like staying at the price he's at now, but Carvajal, one of those maybe like less in demand players. I wouldn't say Carvajal is super meta, so I don't think Carvajal's going to shoot up in price. He might go to like 15 or 16k, but if you did get someone like Carvajal and you really were in need of coins, then you could definitely sell a player like this. There are some meta cards which are going to rise more than others that maybe you'd more so want to hold on to, but if you get someone like Carvajal and you do need the coins, sell him because yes, he may rise by like 5 or 6k, but you could use the 10k you get from selling him over the next few days to make much more than 5 or 6k. But obviously if you're not going to be doing that, if you're not going to be trading, if you don't have the time, then there really isn't much point. You might as well keep the card and make some coins on it. Informs, they're very, very good ones to invest in right now. Gerard Moreno is one that I've picked up. I've got a lot of the discount price informs from this team of the week, and I am still picking up more. But Moreno is a nice one. These types of cards there, don't sell them. If you pack them, I'd recommend keeping them because they're going to shoot up in price in the future. However, if you have no coins, then you can just go ahead and quick sell them, get the coins, trade, and then you can reinvest in these cards later because they will remain at this low price for the next couple of days. Someone like Depay, that's another meta card, a player that I would be keeping for quite a while. I think he's going to go up more. He's not like a 17 or 18k player. He'll probably be worth like 30k in a while. If you have extinct players, this is a new kind of category, Hernandez being one of them. He's extinct at 20k, or actually he's not because one just came up, but we missed out on him, and this is a card that everyone is sniping. Same with, there's Havertz, who's extinct at 10k, his price cap is very low. Roussillon, Gnabry, you've got quite a few players, Mendy is another one, Ferland Mendy. João Felix. There are quite a few extinct players. If you have any of them, by no means do you want to sell them. Yes, they're at their maximum price, but that price will be increased and then the card will go up in value. Hernandez is not a 20k player. He has got 80 pace or 81 pace, 83 defending, 82 physical, good passing and dribbling, French and Bayern Munich. That is a perfect combo. And this card could be worth like 40 or 50k come the first or second weekend league. So I think this card here, if you have any extinct players like this, definitely keep hold of them because they will be worth substantially more in the future. Mahrez is another one of the meta cards that I would just keep hold of because he's going to be worth a lot more in the future. The general trend, if you have any of these meta players, they're going to be worth more in the coming couple of weeks. Yes, they may fluctuate, they may drop down a little bit on the 23rd, but they will continue to rise, and that will be the general trend. Don't worry if a card drops by a little bit, they fluctuate all throughout the day. You're looking out for those cards that are just going to keep on rising, and this is what they are, the meta players. Perisic, who is unbelievable as well this year, by the way, and so cheap for how good he is. I can't believe this guy isn't like 30k or something because he's sick. Really good like new transfer as well. Could be in the ones to watch squad. Perisic I really like as an investment right now. He's one of the few players that I think is very undervalued. Like this card could be worth like 30 or 40k I think easily. I'm surprised he is this cheap. He's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and it's just really, really good. I mean, I've been using him a lot. Let's check his record. Isn't as good as I thought, but yeah, he has been really good for me. But if you get players like Perisic, again, keep hold of them. Now, if you get someone like Khedira, this card isn't meta. This card is not meta by any stretch of the imagination, and isn't really going to change in price. Yes, he may go up by like 500 or 600 coins. There might be an SBC that makes them go up, but if you get someone like Khedira, you might as well sell them now and just get the coins to trade. It's going to be better for you to sell any of your players like Khedira, like Casillas, for example, that aren't particularly meta or anything like that, and just get the coins from them. And then you can invest those coins that are pretty pointless into maybe getting some meta players, and that way you're going to make coins just by buying a player. If you don't have time to trade, sell your crap players like this, buy 1 or 2 good players as investments, and you can then just sit on them and they'll rise in price. You've got some of those lower end kind of meta players, someone like Tolisso, for example. These cards are all going to rise. They're all like starter squad type players. Anyone that you'd really want to use in a starter team that has good links, like good League and Nation and everything, decent stats, will rise. Iniesta's the type of player I'd sell. Rabiot is the type of player that I'd probably keep, but he's not going to go up massively. Like, what is he, 7 or 8k? He might go to being like 10 or 11k. Keep or sell, it's up to you really. He's in my team, so I'm keeping him for now. Inform, Monreal, amazing investment, keep him if you've got one. If you don't have coins, quick sell him, pretty simple. Someone like Bastos, you can sell. Munain, I'd sell. Maguire, if he's in the ones to watch squad, will rise out of packs. I'm keeping an eye on any players that are potentially going to be in the ones to watch squad and keeping hold of them, just because the fact that they're out of packs for a week makes them rocket up in price. And if you look for especially meta players, they have the potential to go up even more. So someone like Perisic, for example, those cards could fly if they're included. And Dombele is another example. Someone like Rudiger, yeah, he could rise by like 1 or 2k, but you might as well sell now and get the coins so you can make more coins, because he's not going to shoot up massively. Someone like Demirbay, I would sell. And now we're getting to a lot of similar players. Pretty much every single player here I would sell just to get the coins. Apart from Lozano and Schultz, 2 players that could be in the ones to watch squad and are both very, very good, very meta cards. Lozano's 10k here. He's already risen up now. He's like 13 or 14k. Could see him going a lot more. And Schultz is 8.7k. And yeah, there's ones for like 9k. So pretty similar. But again, if he's in the ones to watch squad, this card will go extinct and he'll be very, very expensive. Now you're getting to look at Dombele. This is another one. Got him for 8k. Actually on the web app, this was a nice investment. He's now like 18 or 19k. He's probably going to get a ones to watch. He'll go to like 30k if that's the case, maybe like 25, 30k. So another card that I would just recommend keeping hold of. Then you've just got irrelevant players down here. Like, sell them now, sell them whenever. They're going to have pretty much the same value. Eder Militao isn't one of those players though. Eder Militao is very, very good this year. I've been using him, one of my favourite players this year. He is absolutely insane. Card like this, obviously keep him. And Ndidi you can keep. And Ndidi's a little bit on the lower end of the meta cards, but still he's one that will rise. So if you want to keep him, you can. He might go up by like 1 or 2k. You can sell him. If not though, it's not going to be the end of the world. Someone like Mendes, the same kind of thing applies. Yes, he will go up a little bit because he is a good kind of starter team player. But on the lower end, these cards don't like get affected that much. Gomez is another one of those lower end ones. Bailly is another lower end one. You've got people like Luke Shaw and stuff as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain's one that is maybe like what, 3 or 4k now. He might go up to being like 6 or 7k. But they're the types of cards that I would probably sell just to get your coins in. And then this is where we've got some interesting players. A lot of the non-rares, a lot of these types of players down here are going for loads right now because everyone is doing the advanced SBCs. They're one-off SBCs that people do when they get their hands on the game. And they're getting their hands on the game now. You can do this on the web app as well. So pretty much everyone and their dog is doing these. And it means that certain players are going for tons and tons of coins, and you can make a lot of profit just by selling players, especially from nations like Brazil, Spain, like Portugal, a lot of those top nations, Argentina as well. Some players are just going for loads of coins, so check your club, literally just check the price of all of your kind of random golds and you'll find some that go for lots. Let me see if I know for example that like Argentine left backs, yesterday they were 3 or 4k, I don't have any in my club. Left backs and right backs in general are just going for a lot though right now, so if you do happen to get any, like just check your fullbacks for example. You'll probably have like some random non-rares that will end up going for a fair amount, like Van Aanholt, I know he's not a non-rare, but Van Aanholt's a really low-rated card, but what is he, like 6 or 7k? Same, you've got someone like Mbabu, that would be another example. Those really low-rated cards will crash when they get packed a lot with the supply on the 23rd and 27th. They will recover as well, but I would personally just sell those types of players because you're getting coins in now. They're not gonna fly up too much. But look, fullbacks like this, Darmian's going for like 1,000 coins, and they're probably going to drop. These are the few cards that will probably drop when the full game is released. So these are the ones that I would definitely recommend selling now. You're just getting coins that are really going to help you out. I think what I'd say is a coin now is worth maybe 3 or 4 coins in a couple of weeks' time. the multiplier effect. Cards are going to go up substantially, certain types of cards, the meta cards especially, so it's much better to have your coins now and be able to invest. You want to be liquid, unless you've got meta cards, so you don't really want to be sat on like loads of non-rares and stuff. Get rid of those players now, even if it's for like quite low prices. Just get rid of them and invest your coins into cards that will rise and will have that kind of multiplier effect and increase in price. So that's what you want to do, really. I think I've pretty much covered this. You've got bronzes and silvers too, and they also kind of come under that that kind of like SBC type fodder card as well. So for example, bronzes, lots of them are being used in those starter SBCs, especially if they're from good leagues and nations. So just check, like, especially if you have English players playing in like random small leagues and stuff. I mean, this guy's 5k. I could probably sell him for like 1.5, especially the rares. They sell for lots. So always check, like any of these types of players here, you could have yourself some decent cards that could rise in price. I've got a few untradables, I don't really have much. But like this card here, plays in an English league. What's he, like 750 coins? So check all of these cards here. Your consumables as well, they're rising up in price, so I would recommend just keeping hold of like squad fitnesses and stuff, because they will be worth a lot more. Look how much this card is here. I might be able to sell him actually for like 3.9. I'll see, I'm not sure, might be lucky. Also, if you've packed icons, thing with icons, if you get a really elite icon and it's literally the only one on the market, like let's say you pack Zidane, you can basically just list him for the maximum price, and you're aiming for a pro player or someone like Castro or Bateson to buy that card. If you pack Zidane, just list him for the maximum price and someone's going to buy that card. These are the cards that may drop down in the future, because more people are going to be packing cards like Zidane, and then there's going to be that they're not going to be as limited. Obviously they are really rare, they're limited icons, they're the rarest cards in the game. But if you pack an icon and there's only one or two on the market, they're the cards I would sell now, because you can just list them really high and hopefully someone's going to buy them for that really high price, because they're not going to have any other options. A lot of pros go and start panic buying their teams basically, and getting the best players. So you can sell icons now if they're really, really rare, but if it's like a lower end icon that's maybe like not actually going for that much, then they're the cards I'd keep hold of. If there are a few of them on the market, just because they're gonna rise in price in the future when people actually have the coins to afford them. I've seen people who've packed Ronaldo and stuff who've been getting to me saying like, oh, should I keep or sell Ronaldo? Ronaldo you definitely want to keep hold of. I mean, you could list him up for a high price here, but virtually no one is going to be buying your cards for like 2 million. Ronaldo is kind of like a 2 million coin player, and that's the kind of price I expect him to be at. But you're really not going to have anyone buying him right now at this price. So you can list him maybe for a little bit of a higher price, maybe like 2.1, 2.2 or something, and hope he sells. But generally you are not going to sell the cards just because they're so expensive. And these are the players that you would probably want to sell later on in the game, like after the full release, when a lot more people are on the game, there's a lot more coins circulating, and players just have more value because of that. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope I have helped you guys out. I know there isn't a golden rule just for you guys to say, I've got this player, should I keep or sell? And me to say, you should keep or sell. It depends on a few scenarios, but I've talked about the majority of types of players, whether you should keep or sell them. But I think the main thing to take away, if you're selling someone, you want to be putting those coins to use, because most players will rise. So if you're not going to put the coins to use, there's no point selling them, because they will probably be worth more in the future. But if you're going to sell that card, you're going to get coins, trade, play games, build a team, make investments, do stuff with those coins that are going to make you more coins. So you don't want to just be sat on coins and not doing anything, because that is a massive waste, as players right now are worth a lot less than they will be in the future. So you've got a lot of potential to make yourself a lot of profit. So there we go, that is going to be the end of this video. It's been a little bit of a longer one. I've used up pretty much all my EA access, but there is an EA access glitch, so I'm hoping I've run out so I can do a video on that, which will be out today as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a big fat like, subscribe if you're new around here. Please don't comment should you keep or sell X and Y player down below, because I've literally just done a video on this. I literally started banning people on my last stream because I was inundated with genuinely thousands of people saying should they keep or sell such and such, and it was quite annoying because I kept saying I literally don't know, because it all depends on different scenarios. Hopefully this video has helped you guys out though, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.